Hey guys, Dr. Berg here. In this short video, we're going to talk about the biggest indicator for pre-diabetes, right? So in a pre-diabetic state, you have either hypoglycemia or you have insulin resistance, okay? And then it turns into diabetes. But the biggest indicator or clue to know that you have this is not being satisfied after you eat. So you have a meal and you're not full. You need to either keep eating or you need a little bit of something sweet, okay? And that is because in a cell that has insulin resistance, the fuel is blocked. It's not allowed to go into the cell. So the cell is starving of fuel and certain nutrients, okay? In a normal cell, it goes right in easily. But insulin resistance, the cell starves, and then it sends a signal back to the pancreas, telling the pancreas to produce more insulin. So this situation has a situation where you have 5 to 7 times more insulin. Now here's the thing, it takes 10 years in some people of having this condition before you become a diabetic. And so when you go get your blood tested, it might show normal for many, many years until it even develops a situation like that. So the best test would be more of an A1C, which is an average of blood sugars for 3 months, or even better yet, a fasting insulin test, not a glucose test. But even then, it's going to have to be pretty advanced before even that shows up. So you can even check your insulin levels or A1C, and it could be low, but you could still have the situation because it's not advanced yet. So this is kind of like a subclinical, because it doesn't start, you don't get diabetes overnight. It's gradual, slowly, gets worse and worse until finally you have it. But it could take 10 years on this. So what you need to realize is that the cells are starving a bit and it takes a while for it to be absorbed. So instead of adding more sweet or more food, you should add a different type of food, which is more fat. Because fat will not dramatically increase insulin, okay? So it's almost like a neutral situation. So adding more fat will make you feel satisfied, giving you the need to not be hungry and not eat the wrong foods. And then over time, you'll heal the situations. Because we want to have a period of time between meals where you're not snacking so we can heal this. And we can't just keep eating all the time. So number one, if you're not satisfied after a meal, just realize what's happening, add a little more fat with the meals, and give it some time. Sometimes it takes between 1 to 2 weeks of doing this before you start absorbing the fuel and being satisfied. So don't think it's going to happen overnight, okay? All right, so put your comments below and I'll see you in the next video. Hey, before you leave, I just wanted to give you a little quick history on some of the books that I wrote. This was one of the first books. It's called Dr. Berg Body Shapes. It was my attempt at writing about body types. What was very interesting about this book is I actually did all the images myself. Don't ask me why. They look actually not quite as professional as some of the images that I have in the new book. But anyway, this is my first attempt right here called Dr. Berg's Body Shape Diets. And then I wrote a book more extensive called The 7 Principles of Fat Burning. I don't even have a copy anymore, actually, because it's outdated. The next book, I put about 1,000 hours into this one right here called The New Body Type Guide. Major updates on the body types. I put a lot of energy into this. It has professional images, graphics, all sorts of things. Now, the problem with this book is it doesn't really describe what this is really about. Body types are only a small portion of what's in this book. And that's why I changed the name to the Healthy Keto Plan, okay? If you happen to have this book, you don't really need this book because there's only very, very minor updates. But if you don't have this, you need to get this one right here. This book goes into every single detail that you would ever want to know about. It goes into the 7 principles of fat burning. It goes into hormones, the body types, the basic keto plan. It goes into intermittent fasting. I talk about the 10 fat burning triggers and blockers and fat burning strategies with a lot of details in every single chapter. I go into body issues that interfere with losing weight. There's very few people that just have a weight problem. They have a lot of body issues, whether it's sleeping problems, stress problems, inflammation, menopause. I cover that extensively in this book. Then I talk about how to get rid of stress, and I show you a technique. Then I get into exercising. And then I have a lot of really good recipes in this book as well. So this is a good reference guide. On my website, if you get this book, you get this one free. It's called Healthy Keto Intermittent Fasting. This is the shortcut, quick guide to this book. And the reason I created this book is to have you, within 45 minutes, learn how to do keto, okay, in intermittent fasting, exactly what you need to do. Then you can fill in the blanks with this book right here. So right now I'm doing a special. If you get this book, you get this one totally free, or you can go to Amazon and get these individually. So I just want to clarify the difference between this book and this updated one right here. If you don't have this, you need to get this right here. That way you can get the exact correct information to do it healthily.